Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Tuesday. Today we are going to complete the activity Static Electricity, which we learned a little bit about in our guided reading session, Shocking Mum. You will find a copy of the book Shocking Mum on today's slide under Group 4's heading. Static electricity occurs when two objects are rubbed together to create static electricity. For example, one object gives up electrons and becomes more positively charged, while the other material collects electrons and becomes more negatively charged. On the sheet, you will see there are a list of different words. These words are associated with static electricity. What we need to do today is choose 1 to 3 of these words and Google the meaning behind it. In your workbook, you are going to write the word that you have chosen and then the definition next to it. I have chosen the word shock. So now I'm going to write the word shock and its definition next to it. I have written for the definition of shock, a sudden discharge of electricity through a part of the body. Now remember, you can choose as many words as you like from this display and look the meaning up. This will help you better understand static electricity. As an additional task for reading today, if you like, you can complete the activity called Electricity. This is in your hard pack and you will be required to read the text and then answer a range of questions. The first part says, many things that we use every day are powered by electricity. For example, toasters, hair dryers, lights, radios, trains, and even some cars. And many more things rely on electricity to work properly. When charged, particles move through a wire or a conductor. We call this current electricity. Your job is to read the whole text and then answer the questions as best as you can. Remember, we use the strategy skimming and scanning, which is when we look back on a text and find important information or key events so we can then respond to the questions. Question 1 says, which of the following is not powered by electricity? We can only tick 1. I have chosen bicycle as one item that is not powered by electricity because it is not on the list of everyday items that we use. Question 2 says, find and copy one word that means made. So we would look back on the text and find a word that could mean the same as made. I have found under where is electricity generated, the first sentence says electricity can be generated in power stations. That is the same as the word made. Question 3 says draw 3 lines to match each energy source with each fact. We've got nuclear, renewable energy, and fossil fuels. These are our types of energy. Now we need to look at the facts. These will not run out. These will run out, and many of these older power stations are being closed and replaced with new ones. Remember, we use information from the text to help us answer the question. So I have got nuclear with many of these older power stations are being closed and replaced with new ones. Renewable energy, which links to these will not run out. And fossil fuels, which is linked to these will run out. Question 4 says, tick the boxes to say whether the statements below are true or false. Statement 1 says oil is a renewable source of energy. So I need to say whether that is true or false. So I'm going to look at the text to help me answer this. The answer is false. Oil is not a renewable source of energy. The next statement says electricity generated from renewable energy sources cause less pollution than electricity generated from fossil fuels. Again, we need to use the information in the text to help us respond to this question. I have chosen to put true. Electricity generated from renewable energy sources cause less pollution than electricity generated from fossil fuels. That is true. Statement 3 says all electricity is generated in nuclear power stations. Again, we have to use the information to help us answer this question. The answer is false. All electricity is not generated in nuclear power stations. Question 5. How does electrical charge get to where it needs to be used? Tick one box only. We have it travels through air particles, it flows through wires, it is transported by cars, or it travels through the ground. I have ticked that electrical charge flows through wires. Question 6. Fill in the missing words. Electricity can be generated in power stations, blank, blank, and solar panels. Let's use a text to help us fill in the missing words. There, I have completed question 6. Electricity can be generated in power stations, wind turbines, and solar panels. Last question, number 7, says electrical current flows more easily through silver, copper, and gold. Which material do you think is most often used for electrical wires? Explain your answer using evidence from the text. Using the text to help me, I have looked up on the internet what I think would be used more often for electrical wires. In my opinion, I think that copper would, because it's a cheaper material. You can use the internet to help you answer question 7 or ask an adult close by. Remember to have fun and enjoy yourself during your reading time.